Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the money in your pocket is silently losing its value. Stock markets are falling, big companies are losing billions, governments are panicking, but at the same time, gold is rising, silver is rising, and smart money is quietly moving away from paper assets. So the big question is, why is the market crashing while gold and silver are going up? Is this just a temporary situation, or are we standing at the edge of a much bigger financial reset? And most importantly, why is America suffering the most from this shift? And how will this affect the rest of the world? Today, we are going to uncover the real reasons. No hype, no confusion, just pure financial reality. What is really happening in the global market? To understand what is happening today, we must first understand one simple truth. The global financial system is under extreme pressure. For years, the world economy was running on three dangerous pillars. One, cheap money. Two, massive debt. Three, artificial market growth. Central banks printed trillions of dollars after 2008 and even more after COVID. This created an illusion of growth. Stock markets were rising, but real productivity wasn't. People were spending, but incomes were not increasing at the same pace. Governments were borrowing, but never repaying. This imbalance was always going to explode, and now it is. Why are stock markets crashing? Markets crash for one main reason: loss of confidence. Let's break it down. 1. High interest rates. To control inflation, central banks, especially the US Federal Reserve, increased interest rates aggressively. Higher interest rates mean loans become expensive, businesses slow down, consumers spend less, company profits fall, and when profits fall, stock prices fall. 2. Overvalued markets. For years, stock prices were rising faster than real earnings. Companies were valued not on reality but on expectations. Once reality hits, markets correct violently. 3. Fear of recession. Recession is no longer a theory, it is a real fear. When investors sense recession, they sell risky assets, they move to safety, they protect capital instead of chasing profit. This brings us to gold and silver. Why are gold and silver prices rising? Gold and silver are not just metals, they are financial insurance. Whenever people lose trust in governments, currencies, stock markets, they move toward hard assets. Let's understand the main reasons. 1. Gold is a safe haven. Gold does not depend on company earnings, government promises, central bank policies. It has survived wars, collapses, hyperinflation, currency failures. That is why during uncertainty, gold rises. 2. Silver has dual power. Silver is unique. It is a precious metal, an industrial metal used in solar panels, electric vehicles, electronics, medical equipment. So when inflation rises and industrial demand stays strong, silver explodes. 3. Currency devaluation. When governments print money, each unit loses value. Gold and silver cannot be printed, so their price rises not because they are becoming expensive, but because currency is becoming weaker. The hidden role of the US dollar. This is where things become dangerous for America. The US dollar is the backbone of the global system. Oil is traded in dollars. International trade uses dollars. Global reserves are stored in dollars. But now, countries are slowly reducing their dollar dependence. Why? Because America has abused its power. Dollar. Weaponization. The US used the dollar as a weapon. Sanctions, freezing reserves, financial pressure. This forced countries to ask one question: what if we are next? So nations started buying gold, local currencies, alternative trade systems. This is a silent revolution. How is this hurting America? America's biggest strength was trust. That trust is cracking. 1. Rising national debt. US debt is crossing historic levels. Interest payments alone are becoming unmanageable. If interest rates stay high, America suffers. If rates go down, inflation returns. It's a trap. 2. Dollar demand is slowly falling. When global demand for dollars falls, Dollar weakens, imports become expensive, inflation increases. This directly hurts American citizens. 3. Loss of financial control. If countries trade without dollars, America loses influence, and that scares Washington more than anything else. Global impact. Short overview. This shift is not just about America, it affects everyone. Europe struggles with energy and inflation. Asia moves toward gold-backed stability. Middle East diversifies reserves. Developing nations face currency pressure. Gold becomes neutral ground. What history teaches us? Every major financial collapse had the same pattern. 1. Excess debt. 2. Currency debasement. 3. Market crash. 4. Rise of gold. History is not repeating, it is rhyming. What could happen next? There are 3 possibilities. 1. Controlled slowdown. 2. Deep recession. 3. Systemic financial reset. In all 3, gold and silver remain relevant. What does this mean for common people? It means savings are at risk, inflation is real, financial education is no longer optional. Those who understand this early survive better. This is not just a market crash, it is a shift of power. Gold and silver are not rising by accident. Markets are not crashing randomly. This is a message. Global impact, country by country, deep analysis. Now let's talk about the most important question. If gold and silver are rising and markets are crashing, what does this mean for the rest of the world? Because this crisis is not equal for everyone. Some countries are breaking, some are adapting, and some are quietly preparing for a new financial order.